welcome back to another YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be conducting an interview of asking USC students on basically budgeting. So I noticed that here in the Philippines, they do more of allowances. So they don't want students to be working and also studying at the same time. So the students ask their parents for money, and that's how they just do it here. And I noticed that's not something you typically do in the States. You start working at high school if you really want to. So I want to just show you guys their perspective as a college student here in the Philippines. So without anything else, let's get into today's video.
I'm Jared, and I'm a first-year psychology student.
Okay, and what age are you?
I'm 18 years old.
So I am Angelia Catherine B. Branio. I major BS Psychology.
Hi, I am Micaela Dasilio, 18 years old. My major is BS Psychology, first year.
Hi, my name is Shania Asne and I am 19 years old and I take up BS Psychology first year.
Hi, I'm Balsan Rojo. I'm 17 and I took BS Psychology first year.
Ari, second year BS Psychology student.
Ejiza.
And Vince.
How old are you?
I'm 19 years old.
I'm also 19 years old.
I'm BSIT year 1.
I'm a freshman in BS Electrical Engineering.
My name is Carlo Alviola and I am 18 years old. BS Psych year 1.
Hi, my name is Vivian and I'm also from BS Psych. I'm 19.
Hi, I'm Althea Aubrey Herrera from BS Psych first year.
Hi, my name is Kisha Pilapil. I'm from BS Psychology, first year.
Hi, I'm Pauline Paglinawan, BS Psych year 1. Then 18 years old.
And my first question to you is, do you have a monthly allowance?
I get, I think, around 10K monthly.
My monthly allowance is 2,000, so 500 per week.
My monthly allowance is, so there's 4 weeks, 500, 1,000, 2,000.
2,000 each week?
No, monthly.
2,000 monthly.
So per week it's 500.
My weekly allowance is 2K.
Per day is like 150 and the 50 is like for my transportation. Yeah.
My monthly allowance, okay. For like, I will just say the weekly. So I only got 2,500. Yeah, so I think for monthly, is it, if you add up, like some not shy, I think 10,000 like that for a month. Yeah.
My weekly allowance is also 2K.
I think like for mine, it varies around 4,000 to 6,000 a month.
My weekly allowance is 1,2 to 1,500. 500 per week, so 2,000. Yeah.
My weekly allowance is 1,500.
Weekly allowance is 1.5 to 2K.
For me, I'm given like an allowance every day, so I'm not sure. But my everyday allowance would be like 300 pesos.
And how many days are you at school?
Like maybe 5 times a week.
What do you do to like stretch that 500?
Next question. I don't save money at all.
I usually budget around 60 pesos to 70 pesos per day since I just like live across, so it's not that hefty. I don't really use that much money, so yeah.
Okay, I use jeep or bus going here, so I asked my parents for another separate money for transportation fees.
Just like them, I bring my own lunch, rice, and I just buy in here in the canteen.
Usually my mom likes to give me my 10K in the beginning of each month. So how I try to like save money is like I eat a lot around the canteens here because our food here is more affordable than the food outside. And other than that, like, yeah, I try not to spend whenever I go outside of the school too much. I try to get like at least just like 1 cup of coffee, have like 1 splurge a week, yeah.
I don't stretch.
I'm not flexible.
I'm not flexible.
Like same as her, I bring my own food and I also ride jeep back and forth. So that I can save, like, because the food here is so expensive, so I bring my rice every day.
Try like maybe like under 100 each day to spend so that I still have like extra for like the things that I want to buy soon, you know.
Mostly it's like impulsive. It's mostly impulsive and not like planning, but sometimes I only plan to commute so I can save more easily for the week.
I only really spend for transportation
and I bring my own food to school, so I don't have to like spend. Yeah, I go to school and go home and don't really spend anything else rather than the transportation.
How much do you spend for transportation?
Going here, I ride a motorcycle, so it's like 70 to 90. And going home, I ride the jeepney, so it cost me like 30.
So 100 a day kind
Yeah, yeah.
For mine, siguro, like, I know, and for every week, like, I divide it for my monthly allowance, like, 4 times. It's 4 weeks. So I tried to, like, make it so I only spend this amount per day. So let's say if I got, like, 600 per day, that's why I only spend around 200 to 300 a day. And then that's it for the whole month.
I sometimes don't save.
You don't?
Yeah, I don't.
I don't know. Like, just bring your own food, like especially rice, since rice is expensive here. I think 20 pesos. Yeah. Then the Sudan. Yeah, the Sudan, yes, that's all.
I actually saved the 500 on it.
You say 500?
Yeah, and because the 2,000 is like, I'm gonna use it.
I don't really budget my money. We don't budget here.
So what's your like means of transportation? Do you take jeepney? Do you walk?
Yeah, I just live nearby.
Oh, so you guys both walk.
It's only for me. I don't know with her.
Me, my house is very far from here, so it takes like an hour for me to from my house to here, and then yeah, when I go home, I ride jeepney.
And how much is it?
Like in total, I have to ride like 2 rides, so in total it's like 30 pesos.
I only walk because my dorm is just right beside the school. Yeah.
How much is your dorm ticket?
Monthly, 3,300.
So you already said you use jeepney.
Yes.
To get to school. How long is your commute? Hours wise?
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
15 if there's no traffic, 30 if there is.
Luckily, I'd say out of a lot of the students here, I'm more privileged enough to have like my parents drive me to school, and I don't have to worry about like any public transportation or anything. But other than that, I would take like Grabs or taxis if ever like our schedules don't align. I'm from Talisay, so that's like normally if I go from Talisay to Talamban here, it takes like 1.5 hours. So it's really lucky that my parents drive me here.
If you weren't, what would you take? Like transportation?
I would take a taxi, and the taxi fare would be very expensive. Like, I think one time I took a taxi from Talisay to Talamban, it costed me like 600 pesos.
Bus or jeep.
How much is the jeepney?
12 or 14. Yeah.
Motorcycle.
Motorcycle?
Yeah.
Okay, how much does it cost you?
Like 100 and 110.
Do you live far?
Yeah.
I take jeepneys or bus.
Motorcycle, then 20 pesos. From here, then so back and forth 40.
You have a dorm here.
No, I have a house just across. Yeah, I live here. Yeah.
Jeepney. 100 pesos back and forth.
So 50 each.
Yeah, 50 each.
Is it common for students to work and study at the same time?
Yeah, I actually know quite a lot of people who work and study in the same time, and I guess work doesn't really hinder your study unless you're really focused on studying. So yeah.
Well, that's good. So you guys only are able to work part-time jobs, right?
I
Work, you study, and school at the same time.
Yeah, I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
That
What,
will
what kind of jobs is it typically?
What kind of jobs for?
for fast food.
Yeah, like for fast. Yeah, like that. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Where like more convenient for us to.
Yeah, like maybe like some stores that actually accept part-time jobs because we have classes.
Yeah, I've seen students and I know some people who work and study at the
You
same
don't
time.
think of them like less than because they're not able to afford college?
No, I don't.
Respect the
Yeah.
hustle then.
Yeah, that's very good. It's very respectful.
Do you think it's kind of like straining them a little bit because they're focused on work?
It's kind of hard, but they're determined ones, so it's good.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends who study and work at the same time. I have a lot of artist friends who take up like commission work if like working at the office job isn't easy for them or isn't something that they can do with their schedules, because from what I understand as like second year BS psychology students, it's really, our schedules are very tight. So a lot of people like to work freelance to try to like get additional income, especially those who are living in like the dormitories or anything like that.
They prefer like the projects because if they work on their own time and their own hours.
Yeah, because like one of the criticisms I guess would be like, because with how the schedule system goes for USC, a lot of us like to do block sections and those have predetermined schedules. And depending on the units that you take, it really does take a lot of time. So sometimes part-time, like 9 to 5 or like any part-time jobs that aren't flexible is really hard for students.
Now, what do you guys spend daily on? Is it like transportation, food? Like, what is your budget?
On a day, I try to spend no less than I'd say like 200 to 300 pesos.
I mostly just spend my money on food since no one really cooks for me. I just here.
For mine, I think it's also food. Majority of it's food. It's so hard to manage or budget like around 100 to 200 a day because like for example here in school, one of the meals already costs around 50 to 60 pesos already. That's like the smallest you can get.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and then outside is like what? Like
Also the same.
Yeah,
similar
yeah.
or smaller.
Sometimes it's even expensive outside because like the restaurants kind of like maybe food chains. It's even more expensive.
Transportation and sometimes food and coffee. And coffee.
How much you spend on coffee?
150 to 200 for coffee. For coffee.
A day?
We have
A day.
no no we have like we have an agreement that we will spend once a week, treat ourselves. Yeah.
And what do you guys think is a good like monthly allowance or weekly? I should say. Like, what's a good one?
I would say 600 to 700 pesos per week. Yeah.
Like a goodly allowance is like 3 to 3.5 a month.
A month?
Yeah.
A month?
Really? Sure.
I mean, it's a
Sure. I wait.
A month?
I wait. It's like 5 or 6. 5 or 6.
I think 200 per day, so 1,000 per week. I don't know how to budget and I don't know how to control myself. And food is everywhere. It's very mahal, so I need to buy.
So per week, I think 700.
I think 1.5 to 2K is enough for like a weekly. Yeah.
per week.
Yeah, for a week.
I guess, like what Jared said, 700 for, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it differs per person. So if you're like living nearby and then your like house is very near, I think like you just like for your food, your transportation, around 100 to 200 pesos a day is like good enough already.
Okay, so 600.
So around for a week.
For me, I think 300 probably every day, especially if your house is very far from here.
Actually, it depends on how the person spends it because some will kanang use it for the laundry. Yeah, there's a laundry. You don't have to like do the laundry on your own because it's not allowed in our dorm. So I'm gonna save like 200 pesos so for my laundry. So I think it depends of like I think the good monthly allowance is for the week is 700 also. It's just the same. Yeah.
My weekly budget is 2,000. I have been able to survive on like 1,000 pesos for a week. So I think that's doable, but of course that would take a lot of sacrifices, especially if like you are a bit particular with your food. But yeah, I think like a good budget for students, especially students who don't have to worry about transportation or lodging, would be around like 1,000 to 2,000. It could be higher depending on like the lifestyle that more students are used to.
And do you have any advice in terms of like students that want to, I guess, learn how to budget?
No comment. Follow where your heart leads.
Know what to spend on. Maybe like you need to be able to save because kind of expensive. Everything expensive here. Maybe learn how to budget. I need to learn to budget because I can't at all.
For me, I think it's like you have to spend within your mean, but then you shouldn't have to like restrict yourself from the things that you want. So let's say if you want something like ice cream after like a very tiring day, I think you should like try to spend as little then para like you can enjoy also the money you have so that you won't like feel nga I'm just doing this for the future, but then you're not even enjoying yourself today.
No budgeting.
Save for like 20 pesos a day. So after a month, so that you'll have like a bonus allowance that you can spend on your own self.
Control yourself. Yeah, because inflation is it's not so finest right now. So I guess budget. Okay. Pero na panglaag. Woo!
Bringing your own food to school is a really nice thing to like save money, because you don't have to like go around and check what you can buy, and it's very expensive these days, so you can really save if you bring your own food, and you just have to like, you can really save a lot.
How much is food here?
Around the lowest would be maybe 50. Yeah.
Expensive, like the little vendors out here?
Yeah, I think it's 200 plus. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a big difference.
Yeah.
My only advice is not to follow my way of budgeting.
Thank you.
It's okay. Don't save. You don't have to save. It's okay. Eat your heart out.
I recommend to bring their own food because it's so important, because every time I bring my own rice, I spend like lesser than my usual if I don't bring my rice. Like I spend my whole money for like whole meal, and it's so expensive.
My advice is like don't spend too much, because yes, don't spend too much for the things that aren't too important to buy like that.
So that you can save money, just bring your own food and don't ride motorcycle because it's expensive. Just ride jeep.
Just like them also, bring your own lunch and make sure to set aside some or little money from your allowance weekly so that you can save.
Usually I like to make sure, have like a list of all the expenses that I take, especially like if you're just starting out with budgeting and your parents give you your allowance every once a month like I do. It does do a lot of good to list down all of your expenses and any future things that you want so that you can save up for it, and yeah, just like keep note of all your expenses, because if you don't, one of these days you're gonna open up your wallet and you're not gonna have anything. You're welcome. Yeah, thank you.
So I'm wrapping up the video here, and in conclusion, the biggest expenses is of course transportation and food. Food here to them starts at $1, and the most it is expensive is like $5 per entree that they end up buying. So a lot of people, just as you guys have seen from that last group, they typically bring their own food to minimize as many expenses, and the other one is transportation. So there's a lot of different transportation options. You have the Jeepney, which is a big bus, and then you have an aircon one, and both of those start around 10 pesos depending on where you're going. I'll do all the conversions, of course, as people mention their allowances. And the next one would be a motorcycle, then taxi, and then your own car if you have it. Now the next big thing that I did notice too was their monthly allowance. People think $6 for the week is plenty, which is, to me, I've never gotten that extreme, but I guess some students are able to do it with 600 pesos. And for the whole month, it's like $100. So I think that's not bad for the whole month. And some of them get them at the beginning of the month, some of them get them daily, or some of them even get them weekly. It really depends on the person, but that is all I have for you guys. I hope this video was very insightful in terms of what the daily struggles of a student is. And thank you for watching my video. Like, comment, share, subscribe as always, and see you guys in my next video.